Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HIGH-5 podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. Today, we are diving into one of our favorite topics. We have a top shelf episode. Today, we're going to be discussing all things top shelf, shedding some light on some of our top shelf products, as well as some things we love about top shelf, some things we think are missing from the top shelf. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and introduce our cast and what we are diving into today. I'm going to start off with you, Mr. Brograss. What are we diving into today for top shelf episode?
Western culture, the ex's gift.
Nice. Okay. And that's their 8th jar, 3.5 gram jar. And walk us through that jar. What's some cool things about that jar? There it is.
This.
Okay.
And
now,
go ahead.
I was going to say, it's a little blurry. Tell the people what that says. What is that thing on the top of there? What's that scale?
It's I think it's a cross section of a tree trunk, but it connects the common effects that the strain delivers, which is really cool. This one delivers focus, euphoria, and energy. It's a hybrid cross of Tina and Black Banana. And I just realized this, so they have a little QR code right here. That's not, the scan barcode, but this one you can scan for the terpenes for this strain.
Aha!
I'm actually gonna try to come on.
Clever.
Okay, and they've had that for some time. They had that for like a year and a half, 2 years now, literally. And I've never known that. So that's cool. Okay. Now, what next to the scanner, does it say scan for designated terpenes or?
Yeah,
okay.
On the top of it, it says scan this QR code with your phone for strain-specific terpenes.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's been disabled.
Uh-oh. Western culture. Come on now, Western culture. Jump on that. Where's Brad? Brad moved to Vegas. That was a brand ambassador for Western culture. Big shout out to Brad and James. I'll call James. I'll get James on the phone for sure. Okay.
But hey, it still lists the terpenes on the side, though.
Right. Okay. Sick. Okay. And I just want to give a nice little jump out for those customers who are kind of unfamiliar and they don't know what they want to buy the moment that they have to buy it. When they come in the shop, something like that, a nice little scale on the top goes so far. You know what I'm saying? For either if the bud tender hasn't tried it or they're unfamiliar and they're unsure and they don't know what they might be looking for. That's a great way for us to be like, you know what? This is what I felt, but this is what the, farm is saying that these are the most, how should I say, prominent effects. So I love that. That's a big shout out to Western culture and all of the Hannah products. So definitely we're going to get back in touch with you. What are you doing with that first? Are you rolling that first, putting it in the glass? What are we doing?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do pre-roll first.
Perfect. Okay, I'll check back into you to see that terpene profile and see how that smells. Miss Wendy, what are we diving into today for top shelf episode?
I haven't quite decided yet. I have options.
Ooh.
I could dab the white pear dessert dab.
Okay.
Or I could load up the bong with some Pacific Blue from Falcana.
Okay, Miss Falcana. Okay. Now,
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
If you don't eeny, meeny, miny, mo, it doesn't count.
Pick A or B.
A.
A? Okay, I'm dabbing.
Oh my
I'm dabbing the white pear.
I said B.
You said B? I thought I heard
No,
A.
I said A. I didn't want you to go with the flower. That's great. Okay, so we're dabbing the white pear.
Yes.
Have you dabbed this before?
Yes, I did have some earlier today.
Okay. What'd you think?
I like the effects quite a bit.
Okay.
There's more pine smell than pear smell. It smells more pine than fruit.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. But I'm excited to refresh my memory.
Right. Okay, definitely. Well, as you refresh your memory, and as you open that, do you get any smell off of those? I know dessert dabs have a ridiculous nose profile on them. Are you getting anything from that?
Yeah, a lot of pine over a faint smell of pear.
Okay. Okay. A lot of pine over pear. All right. Now, are you dabbing that low temp at first? What can the people expect?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Okay. Lovely. All right. And nice little low temp dab. Okay. Well, I will check back in with you on the lovely rig as always, the ultraviolet purple or pink rig. Love that. Put that up in the camera so they can see it for HIGH-5 supply. Ta-da! Love it. All right. Miss Wendy, we will check back in with you in a minute as well. Now, Miss Kayla. We've got Kayla B.
Kayla.
All right, Miss Kayla, what are we diving into for tonight's episode, top shelf episode?
So I was trying to decide, I was in the same boat as Wendy. I was trying to decide between the Dawn Mega or the White Runtz from ZAZA. And I think I'm going to do the so.
Okay. Okay. We're going to do the White Runtz. And have you tried this before?
I took a couple dabs of it. I really liked it a lot. It has a super happy, giggly high behind it. Definitely full.
Okay. Okay. Lit. Okay, cool. So we got 2 dabs so far, 2 flowers so far. And then Kayla, what are they listing that White Runtz as? Is that an indica dominant hybrid when it was on the shelf?
It just says hybrid on the shelf, I believe.
Hybrid. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Totally. Okay. White Runtz from ZAZA. Okay. We will check back in with you and see how you are enjoying that in just a moment. Miss Straight Fighter.
So Tay dropped
are
in
we
his
enjoying?
strain today.
Okay.
I'm gonna be smoking the Rick and Morty from Dessert Dabs that dropped.
What's that smell
Yeah.
like?
Yes.
It smells like failure, Morty.
Why does it smell like Teen Spirit?
It's definitely like it's got a nice gassy but citrusy hint to it.
What's
it's super gassy.
What's the texture?
It's definitely, I would say it's like a rocks and sauce.
Okay, so it's
yeah,
not just
like
crumble.
this.
There's some sauce there.
No, like this is a huge ass rock.
Okay.
There's a hair on my dad. Woo! But yeah, it's got some like saucy consistency to it. Like,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it
All
smells
right, and
really
then
gassy.
Are you going to be dabbing this? How should I say? Are you going to be dabbing this on low temp? Are you doing this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, as you dive into that, let me know what you think. I know it's coming in at what, 98%. So everybody was really excited or something like that. Something ridiculous.
Yeah, it is 98%, but it is definitely lower on the terpene content, 0.69. So I have no idea.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit on the lower end.
Especially if you can smell it gassy like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that it's that low. But you'll be the judge.
Yeah, it's
and
adding
you'll let us know.
tingles to the back of my nose.
Wow. Okay, definitely. We will check back in with you, Miss Caitlin. Let us know what you're thinking about that. Now, Z, what do we have you diving into for today's top shelf episode?
Orange Push Pop from Rocket.
All right.
One of my
Nice.
favorites.
Okay, now Orange Push Pop, you've tried this strain from Rocket before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is my second or third time. But I love this stuff. It's like it's sticky, it's soft, it smells like oranges.
Okay.
Sticky.
Okay. Yeah, that looks great. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, Rocket is just so good.
Wow. Okay. And even I want to give a big shout out to Rocket. The grams on that one look insane. Those look incredible. You know what I mean? They didn't cut any corners whatsoever. And that one's been definitely selling out of the woo-ha. So we love the Orange Push Pop so far for sure. And then, okay, let me know what you think about that. What's that smell on that, Z? What do you think so far?
Oh, it's super orange. Always
Is it?
super orange. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like deliciously orange.
The cross, is there any gas in that?
Mostly I just get orange.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. And then do you, they say the cross on that one, Jay. What's the cross on there?
The cross is orange cookies and triangle kush.
Okay.
See it on the bottom there.
Orange cookies and triangle kush. Awesome. Shout out to all the companies that list the genetics. We appreciate you. Because that definitely does a wonders for what we are looking for, to help us better sell in particular. But, and Z, let me know how that high progresses as well. I'll check back in with you in just a moment. But today, I'm going to be diving into the Freddies Fuego. And this is the Tropic Truffle. Now, I've actually never had this strain before. And I do want to just let you guys know, as you can see, it's just ridiculous. This is a gram, and it looks fantastic. I want to give a big shout out to the HIGH-5 anniversary sale. This was part of the anniversary sale, 5 years in the making. Gotta love it. And yeah, Freddies Fuego is definitely a well sought out after top shelf company. They do all the like. They make pre-rolls. We have them in flour. And I'm excited to see what this is talking about. I did do a little bit of research because they didn't list what the genetics were, although they did let us know how much on the scale, if it is like, you know, mostly sativa or hybrid, and they labeled it as mostly a sativa. But the strain, Tropic Truffle, is a cross between, and it's from Omni Seeds. It's a cross between mint chocolate chip, and the other one is, sorry, mint chocolate chip and Tropicana cookies. There you go. So mint chocolate chip and Tropicana cookies. And the only reason this is really cool, and I'm getting very excited, is because for anybody that knows Malcolm King, mint chocolate chip is one of my favorite strains. This is a mint chocolate chip from Pagoda. That I only buy by the ounce, and this is it's always a nice, happy, nice, upbeat, uplifting sativa dominant hybrid, with a lovely mint, like almost milkshake kind of vibe. So I'm excited to see what this is talking about. And as I open this, I can kind of smell it through the bag a little bit. But as I open this, guess what? It smells like mint chocolate chip. It's creamy. It's very creamy. It's way more creamy chocolate than it is tropical anything, period. Period. I don't get it. I could, if there was like a, okay, so ready? If you took mint chocolate chip ice cream and sat it on a tangerine dryer sheet, that's what this would smell like. It tastes like I took a scoop of mint chocolate chip ice cream and sat it on a dryer sheet that you would dry your clothes with. That's what this smells like. 1 billion%. And the tangerine's high. It's a high note of a tangerine. You know, like when you smell a dryer sheet, it makes your voice go like this. You're like, that's what this is right now. That's how high that tangerine note is. But we're going to grind this up and we're going to smoke it because we got to see. I am going to roll this up first in quarter size raw. Big shout out to raw. I need 9 billion of these. Thank you. And today I've also got the Afghan Hemp Wick. And Miss Wendy, I saw your gift. Thank you so much. I ran next door right away. Even Caitlin saw me. I ran next door right away to go buy this because there's no excuse.
It took him all day to realize that there was something
quite
in
literally,
his box.
quite literally. So, but I just want to do a quick walkthrough on this. So, Afghan hemp comes in a package. As you open it up, boom, it is wrapped up. There's a spool. You guys can kind of see it. There's a little lanyard hanging in there in the middle. I take the lovely dab tool. I stab this. Stab. Awesome. Open it up. Boom. And then once I open it up, right?
Kill it, Jay. Kill it, Jay.
Right. I'm killing. What is that thing? What is this thing, Jay? Now I've got it open. I've taken. It's a wheel. It's a wheel. It's a wheel. It's a wheel. Okay, look. But I've got it open. We're gonna keep our box. Don't throw your box away. I'm gonna sit this bad boy back in the box. Shout out to Brograss. Wendy Brograss walked me through this right before we started recording. Gotta love it. And as you can see, this is the box. This is the top. There's a little button. This little button, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit this bad boy inside again, outside of the wrapper. Boom. Take this, and we're just gonna feed it through this little guy. Awesome. And then I close it back up. And now I never have to worry about my hemp wick unraveling, and I just use it as I need be. But Brian and Wendy, what the heck what is this?
It's just a tab so it doesn't unravel. You can cut that part off.
Okay, cool. Cutting it off. Cool. Oh, I should just cut it off. I'm trying to take the red tape off. I'm like, it's not working. Awesome. Cutting my
A lot of
hemp
people
wick.
also will, if you want to take your hemp wick on the go, they'll take a portion and wrap it around their big lighter.
Okay.
I happen to have a custom-made little hemp wick dispenser that I made. There's a million different ways you can use it, and they all are functional.
Okay. Okay. And Miss Wendy, I heard in the glass shop today that a nice trick is to use a yarn dispenser for your hemp wick.
You can do
and
that
I was
too.
like, I just wish I had a hemp wick dispenser. Do we sell a hemp wick dispenser? And she was like, no, we don't quite sell a dispenser yet, but that was a good alternative that we could use. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Or a roach clip. Clip it on the end of a roach clip. There's all kinds of ways you can use it.
Okay. Okay. Nice. All right. And then as I break this up, it's dry. It is dry. I wouldn't say that it is anything it's a level of dryness that would deter me in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? It's got a nice bounce back, but I can tell that when I break it up, it's dry. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a consensus. Should I roll this or should I just put this in the glass? I know that it will favor me best in the glass. I can tell already just by how it breaks up. It's not really sticky at all. It definitely is dry. So what do you guys think? Do you think I should roll it or do you think I should put it in the glass? Or do you think I should do both?
Mix it with
I vote
Gelato
glass.
33 and then put it in the glass.
No, okay, I'm gonna do glass. I'm gonna start with the glass and then I'll roll the rest later on if need be. I'm taking a miss. Look, shout out to Mount Baker. I need 100 of those, please. Thank you. All right, and then today, we're gonna smoke out of Mary and we're gonna smoke out of our lovely Propeller Perk. But Brian, how's that high progressing? What are you tasting? What are you feeling?
Has anyone else tried this X's Gift?
What is that?
X's Gift.
I feel like I have.
The
I
smell.
think I tried it in the pre-roll.
Okay, it reminds me of Gorilla Glue, like the smell, the flavor, the high.
Huh.
A little gassy, fuely, like really full of trichomes, a little sticky. It rolled really well.
Is it as stony as Gorilla Glue?
Is it as happy as Gorilla Glue?
I mean, it's creeping up. It's still getting its the yodeler is still going up the mountain, so to say.
But he's going. He's going.
Yeah, he's got a good tune going.
Does he have a safety strap? Are you going into the abyss? What are you thinking? How fast is he going? Is he reckless or is he prepared?
Well, if the yodeler is alone, how fast is he really going?
Okay. So the X's Gift is definitely keeping you lighter in your toes, and we love to see that. Okay, nice. All right. And then, okay, so ready? So would you say so far, more of a head high, more of a body high?
Oh, it's definitely leaning towards maybe the sativa side, the euphoric. It's definitely got the energy. Like, I shouldn't have energy right now, but now I do.
Right. It's midnight. It is midnight.
Yeah, and I just worked.
And you just
my
worked.
day's been pretty long too. Yeah.
Right. And you just worked an entire shift. This is true.
Yeah, when we've been getting. It's been so busy at work. I know curbside gets like sometimes 10 plus miles. Behind the counter, you're probably getting similar, maybe like 3 miles less behind the counter. So yeah,
I love you.
Yep. Like I said, I should not have energy, but now I do. Thank you, X's Gift.
Okay, so Brian, you would say that that's accurate that they labeled it as a more energizing kind of vibe, more awake.
Yeah, and it says focus on it too, and I can definitely say that the focus is there for sure too.
Okay, nice. All right. And then Miss scale of 1 to 10, how smooth? Go.
It's spicy. So if you don't enjoy spicy, you probably give it like a 3.
Spicy like a Jack? Hair spicy?
Well, I use spicy like it's a little rough, you know.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking peppery. I'm thinking okay. So it's not peppery though. It's just a little. It's got like you got to be a smoker in order to enjoy it. You know what I mean? A newbie might hack a lung up.
Yeah, at least in the pre-roll. Maybe it'll be different when I smoke. I'm gonna try it through some water next and see how that goes.
Okay, deal. Wow. And now, Miss Wendy.
Yo.
You look subdued. You look relaxed. How is that treating you so far? What would you say?
It's treating me really nice. It was a little harsh at the back of the throat when I took the dab, even at a low temp, but not enough to make me cough or anything. Just a little tickle. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty relaxed. A little empty-headed.
Okay. Empty-headed as in lack of creativity? Empty-headed as in lack of motivation?
Or like you can't collect your thoughts.
Empty-headed is in a lack of connection to my vocabulary.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Totally. Okay. So ready? Would you label this? What time of the day? Well, number one, how many hits have you taken?
Just the one this session.
Wow. Okay. Now, would you label this an end of the day smoke? This is the white pear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I feel like this is more end of the day. You have everything done and don't expect to do anything else.
Okay.
It's not like a super debilitating kind of body high. But I certainly, I lack the motivation to do anything else really.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. All right. Now, Miss Wendy, I'll check back into you and see if you've got any more hits left in you. Miss Caitlin, or a Street Fighter. We've got, you were dabbing on which one? The Rick and Morty. Did you get a chance to take any dabs out of that yet?
I did. I took a decent sized dab, and it's an extremely heady high.
Okay. Heady,
like
heady.
I wanna go do.
So that's a more of a proactive high. You're like, what's next? What do I gotta attack next?
Okay. Yeah, hence the name. I mean, it's labeled as a hybrid, but I would say it's way more of a sativa hybrid. Like, yeah, same thing. I just worked an 8-hour shift. I should be wanting to go to sleep. Like I was wanting to go to sleep, but now I'm like, nah. Do dishes, do laundry, be productive. Kind of want to do some arts and crafts.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sorry, I was gonna say flavor profile was like super sweet. And then it had a really gassy tingle in the back of my throat and my nose. It made my nose burn, even though I didn't blow it out my nose. I actually really enjoyed it low temp. Yeah. I would put my name on it in the shop. That's how much I like it. It's good. I'm glad I bought 2 grams.
Okay, absolutely. And I will say dessert dabs, when they are heady, they are heady. Like,
yeah, no,
they
it's
are
definitely
heady.
Like,
and to the point where even 1 and 2 a.m. I'm like this is not gone yet. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm thankful
like,
tomorrow I don't work because I don't think I would go to bed anytime soon.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Cool. We will dive back in after you keep enjoying that. Keep track with you and catch up with you. Now, Z, how are you feeling so far? I know you were diving in smoking on that. Remind the people what you were smoking on one more time.
Orange Push Pop from Rocket.
Nice. Okay. Now, I see your posture. You were very relaxed, very laid back.
Comfortably numb.
Nice. Okay, so a numbing body experience.
Yeah, there's some tingling, but yeah, just like I don't know. I'm sedate. I'm chill. I'm totally chill.
Okay, how many hits in are we?
Oh, I don't know. I finished my first bowl.
Oh, perfect. Okay, one bowl. Okay, close. I'm close as well. Okay, nice. So, would you say so far more of a uplifting high or more of a relaxing high?
Relaxing, but happy too.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay.
I'm
Where
ready
is
to
your
watch
happy?
a Star Trek marathon.
That's where it's coming from. No, I'm kidding. What would you say? Where would you say the happiness is stemming from physically? Can you pinpoint where you're like, like I'm getting a feeling from this area, like your chest or your stomach or your head?
Like right around here, like sort of in the sides of my head.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, nice. And this is the orange push pop from Rocket. Now, is the flavor is it smooth? Is the flavor is the flavor correlating to the smell?
Yeah, it tastes like orange. It's got a little bit of a like throatiness to it. But it's just super tasty. Like I love that orange flavor. It's got like that orange bite to it, you know?
Okay. Wow.
What did you just suck down there, dude?
Oh my god.
Literally died. That was wonderful. Big shout out. Okay, so here's where we are so far. I want to take one more hit just so you guys can definitely get a chance to peep this a little bit closer up. But I got to repack my bowl. The flavor on it is very similar to the strain blue cheese or the birthday cake that's on the shelf at the moment. It does have that dry potato tangerine, kind of flavor profile. Very, very dry chalk potato and tangerine. But I could see where the truffle comes from. I could see how it's a little bit earthy. I could see how, this could, have the tangerine mushroom. I get it. Anyways, the high though is definitely super social. I feel very happy. I feel very able. I feel very willing, most importantly. I would say that the smoke is so smooth. So smooth. I took a Godzilla hit just now. That's why I was coughing. But the smoke on it really is smooth, and the flavor does correlate. It's a pronounced flavor. Like it doesn't take me 2 seconds to think about what the flavor is, period. You know what I'm saying? It's right in your face. If I would have rolled this, I think the flavor would have been even more intense because it wouldn't have been any water to kind of take away from it, as it was being filtered. So I'm interested in rolling it next, just to see what that full flavor of it is. But the good thing is, or in this case, the bad thing is, I definitely would not need to roll another one. It is way more of a hybrid leaning sativa. So as we all just mentioned, we just worked all day. It's 12:33, and I'm over here trying to figure out what music I'm gonna listen to after this because it's definitely not over. The day is not done. You know what I'm saying? I could easily work out right now as well, just off of, lack of stimulation. You know what I mean? This is great for boredom. This would be a wonderful strain for boredom, period. You know what I'm saying? You could leave me in an asylum somewhere alone with 2 ounces of this and I'd be good for at least 4 hours. So this is a wonderful, wonderful strain. And Freddies Fuego, you've done a great job. You've done a wonderful job. But nevertheless, we're going to get to everybody before we do our roundup. What do we think? Or now, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to switch it up real quick because I'm smoking whatever the hell this is. And I feel like switching it up, Tropic Truffle. Brograss, we're going to do a little point around the room real quick and ask some questions about Top Shelf. Top Shelf, what is your overall pet peeve about Top Shelf? What is one of your, I shouldn't say your overall pet peeve, one of your biggest pet peeves about the name Top Shelf?
sometimes that it's associated with being the best options in the store. And usually when someone asks like, where's your top shelf? You know, I explain it like this. Well, I have my bud laid out from just cheapest to expensive, and my idea of top shelf is kind of mixed in between. But, you know, to make it kind of easier to make 3 sections, you know, I understand that, like budget, mid-tier, and top tier, you know, it's nice to have that too. But like a lot of the prices in the top tier are like street prices back in Ohio. So for me personally, sometimes I avoid that shelf because of that reason. Usually that's the first reason I'll avoid that shelf.
It's a little bit of PTSD.
Yeah, I suppose so. Because, you know, I find like, you know, my sweet spot's the mid shelf, great price and good high, you know.
Okay, now, would you say that you prefer top shelf when, do you have any incentive to sell out of top shelf at HIGH-5?
You know, like there are certain people who are like strain hunters, and I believe like, you know, when they're trying to find the new strain, you know, the hot, fresh new strain, that's a good time for stuff like that.
Okay, the Runtz, the, you know,
Yeah.
biscotti, or, you know, whatever, what have you. Okay, okay.
The cakes, you know, the cookies.
Khalifa Kush.
Right.
Yeah, Khalifa.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay, now, Miss Wendy, I pose another question to you. What is one of your favorite? Look, that's so funny. Look, I'm so high. You pulled your mic up, and I went closer to my bong like it was a mic. I really went like this. I was like, oh, she's getting ready. Let me get ready. Malcolm, that doesn't do anything.
So that's a good high then.
That's funny. Yeah. Shout out to Freddies.
And what's your response, sir?
Right.
Your response?
That's it. And back to you, Jeff. No, I'm kidding. Miss Wendy, but what are some of your favorite things, or what do you think one of your most favorite things about Top Shelf is? Don't say Falcana.
No, I'm not going to. Not directly, anyhow.
Right.
I know what brands I like and don't like in that section.
Okay.
That being said, I don't shop by price. I try not to shop by numbers. But I'm spoiled, so a lot of the times I go back to what I know I really like.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. Now, would you say you prefer Top Shelf because of the consistency? What is it about it that you know you like about those brands?
Yeah, it's I feel it's more consistent in that range. That being said, some of my most favorite stuff has been in the mid-range or even in the budget shelf. So it varies, but I do find more consistency in the farms that are considered top shelf.
Okay, fair, very fair. Okay, fair. I would have to definitely agree with you on that one, because I do also, there are some farms, Doghouse, I'll drop a name right now. There's something about Top Shelf when it's executed very well, that it's not a jack of all trades. They focus on just a few things and do it right. Doghouse doesn't have 9 billion different strains. No, they have a couple, and they do them very well all of the time. You know what I mean? Literally all of the time. That's a testament to that statement. I definitely agree. Okay, now Z, this is going to be a fun one. Okay, ready? Can you remember your best top shelf experience so far?
Best top shelf experience so far. Honestly, maybe this wedding cake. Wedding cake from Exotics.
Really?
This hit way harder than I was expecting it to.
Really?
Yeah.
You texted me and said 9.5 immediately.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I was super impressed by that.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy. Okay. So, and this is no longer on the shelf, or did we just run out, or?
We just ran out of the Exotics, the real wedding cake, and I think the Exotics gelato's gone too.
Okay. But that is music to my ears and our ears, because as we know, that's one of the more expensive things on Top Shelf. So it's I like that it was worthwhile, and that's great. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Big shout out to Exotics.
Yeah, I have a pet peeve of if something is like should not be on Top Shelf and it is. I think that's kind of deceitful. Like, you know, just companies when their quality goes down, but it's still on Top Shelf.
And the thing is, they know better.
Yeah, they do.
Right. Okay. And the problem is, like you said, it's the consistency. You can be great at first and then have a misstep, and it only takes one little, or medium-sized misstep during a process.
Right. Like if you have a bad lot, like make another company and sell it through them, or sell it through a process.
Or give it to a third-party company. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It.
But make your Top Shelf always consistent. I mean, if you're a Top Shelf grower, that's what you got to do.
More of that. There's a company on the tip of my tongue right now that struggles with consistency. I'm not going to say them, but they need to get in touch with Cal or a third-party packaging company. They need to get in touch with them. That's very cool, because that means the strains wouldn't. I think that could happen, or sometimes it's a bad batch and they don't let it go. You know what I'm saying? So we're just without it. You know what I mean? For an X amount of long time, and then we never see that strain again, even if it was from them or another farm. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's it, or a third-party packager, But okay, fair. Very, very fair. All right, Miss Caitlin, or Miss Street Fighter. It is, okay, it's time. We have a question for you, and I'm going to do this in regards to Top Shelf when it comes to Top Shelf oil, switch it up just a little bit. What would you say you appreciate about Top Shelf oil packaging? And what is your favorite kind of Top Shelf oil packaging? And of course, this depends on the type of shatter. But
I love the fact that almost most Top Shelf companies list their terpene status or terpene percent on the packaging, because you don't find that in a lot of bottom shelf or lower shelf products.
Yeah.
And it's good to know if something has flavor or not, especially if you're somebody who desires flavor. I would probably say my favorite container is what most companies have switched over to, which is the glass containers. Just because it's easiest to get out of the packaging or to get out of the container. And then if you have a nectar collector or whatever afterwards, you can run that through. Or what I'll do is I'll take my bud, if I have any, and I'll stick that in the container and run my nug around, and then, smoke that up as well. So I generally get every little last bit as I can out of the glass containers. I don't know. I just like them.
Okay. And would you say you prefer the, or do you dab shatter often? Do you see a lot of shatter in Top Shelf?
You do not see a lot of shatter in Top Shelf. And I don't dab shatter.
Okay.
It doesn't have any terpene content to it. So, and I'm somebody that loves flavor. So.
Right. Okay. Totally. Yeah, totally. That was a wonderful answer. I love that. And then I would also say in particular, I hear a lot of people ask, or complain, and they say, oh, I just don't like it when it's on the side. And, sometimes it's the last one and it's been on display. So it is a little runny in there, on the fence about getting it because of that. But that nug trick is a great way to really make sure you're getting up all of your, you're not wasting your money. You know what I mean? That's a great little trick, for those who don't know. So yeah, don't waste any drop, get that nug in there.
Yeah, I'm going to do that next time.
Yeah,
no, I do it every single time. It's amazing. And then it like makes your bed a little bit better at the same time. So it's a win-win.
There you go. Win-wins. All right. And then last but well, not least, whatever. I don't like that saying, by the way, last but not least. It rolls off the tongue, but it makes it sound like somebody else's least. like why is that a saying? Who made that? Whoever made that up is funny. But yeah, I would I don't have does anybody have a question for me? Can you guys ask me a question about Top Shelf?
When smoking
Make it a
Top
good
Shelf,
Make it a good one.
What are the most important things about Top Shelf flour to you? Like, what should Top Shelf be to you?
White ashes, 1,000,000,000%, which this is also following suit. White ashes to show that it was a nice proper flush. Texture is a big thing for me, especially if there's so many options. You know what I'm saying? There's so many options in today's society. So it's like they've got to nail it. You know what I'm saying? Everything about it should be great. If I'm breaking the bank on flour, you know what I'm saying, in terms of our shop and our price scale, it has to have a good texture for sure. I do like an aesthetic as well, because this could be something you grab to impress somebody, you know what I'm saying, or smoke with friends, or just put your best foot forward when you're smoking with someone else, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying?
Preach yourself.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, look, please yourself, take pictures, you know what I'm saying? I do want it to have that aesthetic. I do want it to look nice, as this does. You know what I mean? As far as packaging, I want to be able to feel it in the grams. That is Top Shelf to me. Don't give me a whole bunch of jars, because number one, what am I going to do with a gram size jar? And number two, I can't feel the flour. I want to be able to feel the flour. And that's why I bought this one. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of my complaints about the Freddies bags, though, is you can't feel the flour because they.
No, I can still get to it. I can still
How?
get to it. Absolutely. I was squeezing it on the bottom before I bought it. I can tell you what it is. The nitrogen's in it, but if you there's a pouch, right? So ready, look, like this, and there's an indent. If you take this indent and kind of
smush it up in there.
Yes, but not destroy it. The bud should be down here when you're doing it. Take this and kind of make a little sack so that the flour sits down in the sack. And then you don't squeeze to the front, squeeze to the back half. And that's a nug right there. You see how I'm not squeezing through this side? There's a whole bunch of air up here, but the trick is to get the flour back here.
All right, I will try your method and reevaluate.
Yes. I shall show you on Saturday.
All right, fair.
but yeah, Brograss, you had your hand up. What's up?
Oh yeah, just a quick comment on what you guys saying about Top Shelf grams. Stop giving us 5-6 nug grams in the Top Shelf.
Yeah.
We need more
Fucking
two
amen.
or single nugs for the grams, because a customer doesn't want to buy $14, $15 worth of 7 buds sometimes, even I've seen.
Popcorn nugs.
Right,
Even
bee
3
buds.
is almost too much. If you're in the Top Shelf, it should be 2 or 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could not agree more. That is such, yeah, you're preaching. I love that. Preach. Because like I said, I couldn't agree more. This was 3 or 4 nugs. I get it. They were cookie nugs. You know what I'm saying? So they are those tight little dense little guys. But dude, if it's sativa flour, you know what I'm saying?
They
Don't
should do
give me 3, 4, 5 light and airy popcorn buds. You know what I mean? No.
You know who
You're
does
right.
it really well? Pioneer. Their grams.
Yes, they do. Pioneer Farms does have great grams. They really do. They really do.
I like Western Culture's grams too.
Yeah, nice little fat ones. Western Culture puts fat grams.
Yeah,
they do.
they do.
Falcana is another one. Falcana usually has a nice little solid nug in there. You know what I'm saying? Because they've got big colas. Falcana's got those chunky nugs. But yeah, okay. So like I said, the packaging, I better be able to feel the grams for sure. also, now we're getting on like the more crazy end of things. I want to be able to smell it. Sometimes they do, and I mean there's a number of things that have to do with that. But
if it reeks through the tub, I want it.
Exactly. That's it. And usually that's all it takes. But the difference is, it's like I would love to be able to smell it and make sure that it's really, really terpene forward for sure. Making sure I'm looking into those desired effects that I'm gonna have coming my way. And yeah, I would say that the next thing that's most important, and lastly, but not least, is a good deal. Make me a good deal. If your gram is $15, don't make your eighth, $29. Or I'm sorry, not $29. 40, what? 3, like what's right under 3.5 of 15, whatever. But like, make it a deal. You know what I'm saying? Give me a nice $5 price break or more. You know what I mean? Or more. Because when you only separate things by like $2, it's like, it's not much of a deal. You know what I mean? If it's so good, if it's so top shelf, you should want me to, make that investment. You know what I'm saying? You should entice me to get it more. You know what I mean? But yeah, that would be my last thing. That would be my last thing. And just like that, we're at 12:50. I must say thank you all so much for coming out and rocking and rolling with us as always. It's time to say goodbye, but until next time, we have a special surprise for you guys on Sunday as well. Special surprise coming up this Sunday. So yeah, we'll see you then. Remember to stay high and humble. Yes, as you should be.
I'm so excited.
Remember to stay high and humble, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good night, guys.
Yes.
Have a good one.